Well, thanks for clicking the video. Look, I'm not a fancy YouTuber. I don't have a studio. I'm not here for your AdSense or sensationalism. I just need to say something. Because Charlie Kirk's been assassinated and it just feels like I need to. Okay, first let me explain where I'm coming from here. I went to seminary, and one of the things you need to understand about that is when you go, what you actually learn is Christian gang warfare. There are these different theologies, right? And they've been hating each other for hundreds of years up until the point of killing each other. And you learn of the theology of your seminary, and you learn that the other theologies are the enemy. And then you learn how to use the Word of God as a tool and a weapon against the other theological gangs. And it sucks. And one of the amazing things for me about Charlie Kirk's assassination is how Wesleyans and Calvinists, who absolutely hate each other, Catholics and Orthodox, who absolutely hate each other, and Protestants and everybody else who absolutely hate each other, have all come together to uphold kind of Western values. And that's amazing. I never thought I'd see it. I never thought I would see a day when people choose to lay down the theological gang warfare, which is nonsense, and actually come together like Christians for once. It's kind of beautiful. Now, am I saying, don't go to seminary and instead just go be a Christian nationalist and adopt Western values and come together with all the other Christians? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there's another side to that, and that's the other reason I'm kind of recording this is that Mormon church that got attacked, people shot, killed, set on fire. Well, that was someone who had a problem with Mormon theology. And let me tell you something. I have heard, as a Christian, no end to how the Mormons are led by demons, how they're an evil cult. Even the Mormons who come and helped us, with the poor, they were demonized, behind their backs. People were told we were letting evil into the church, all sorts of things like that. And so, if you believe that the rhetoric of the left incites violence, well, I've got news for you. That's the violence that we incited. That's on us. That is our sin. But hey, at least the secular world, and more than a few Christians, are now acknowledging that Mormons are Christians, at least for a little while. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm trying to be hopeful. It's a big mess. This world is messy, and none of us are righteous. We're all just in it together now. So, I guess my message here is, don't go to seminary. It's terrible. It teaches theological gang warfare. Stop hating the Mormons, and try to uphold some Western values. Also, stop hating the Jews. It's actually really obnoxious how the early church fathers decided to just erase the Judeo from Judeo-Christianity and replace it with all of these pagan philosophers. It's so great that we learn about the virtue of Aristotle and what Plato thought. It's actually just kind of dumb. It's irritating. I could do a whole video on all the terrible lessons I learned in seminary. If you're going to adopt some pagan philosophy, pick you up some Cicero. If you're going to follow a church father, get Thomas Aquinas. Learn about natural law, natural rights, God's glory expressed through nature. Get a copy of the Constitution. And remember that our concept of holiness comes from the Israelites. I'm not going to preach at you. It just make me angry. So let's do something else. Here's Proverbs 1, because God, do we need it. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and an enigma, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of your father, and do not forsake the law of your mother, for they will be a graceful ornament on your head, and chains about your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, Come with us, let us lie in wait to shed blood. Let us lurk secretly for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol, and whole like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all kinds of precious possessions. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path. For their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, but they lie in wait for their own blood. They lurk secretly for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who is greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. Wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in the open squares. She cries out in the chief concourses. The openings of the gates in the city, she speaks her words. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? For scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn at my rebuke. Surely I will pour out my spirit on you. I will make my words known to you, because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no one regarded. Because you disdained all my counsel, and would have none of my rebuke. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your terror comes. When your terror comes like a storm, and your destruction comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you. Then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me, because they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would have none of my counsel, and despised my every rebuke. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled to the full with their own fancies. For the turning away of the simple will slay them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will dwell safely, and will be secure without fear of evil. That's really all I got. I guess I'll close by saying the words that I wrote kind of as a joke in my channel description. It's not a joke, though. God bless Christendom. God bless the United States. God bless the United Kingdom. God bless Israel. God bless you.